so we are just about to go see Logopolis in theaters. I've got my season 18 scarf on, I've got the tickets, and I cannot wait to go see this. Alright, let's do this!
The best box set that you can buy for Doctor Who.
So I'm back from my trip to the theater, just saw Logopolis. It was incredible. In regards to the story and the changes that they made, the moment was indeed very well prepared for. However, my theater experience itself was not that well prepared for. I was most impressed by how much seeing it in the big screen, all edited into one episode with the brand new effects through the nice sound system, changed my opinion of Logopolis for the better. Before we get any further, I know a lot of you weren't able to see Logopolis in theaters, so thank you for listening to me talk about how great of a time I had. I do hope that everybody around the world gets a chance to see these Doctor Who episodes in theaters. We got to the theater with plenty of time. It wasn't that crowded at all. There were maybe 20 of us in the theater. I saw a lot of other Doctor Who scarves. I didn't see another season 18 scarf, so I was proud to be rocking the season 18 look. The episode was supposed to start airing at 7 p.m. and what we got at 7 p.m. was a Chevrolet ad that said "Enjoy your show." It's just a picture, and like 4 songs were playing, so clearly something was up. Maybe there were technical difficulties, I don't know what. Apparently the projector was just on a timer that was late or something. The show did eventually start, and that was probably around 7:30, but all of the extras that were supposed to be airing, we had to watch through all of those extras as well. There were quiz questions, we did get to see a bit of behind the sofa before the episode started, and a nice little introduction to the episode done by Janet Fielding and Sarah Sutton. And all that stuff would have been really nice if it had started at 7 and not at 7:30, but the main feature of Logopolis just blew me away. If you would like to support the channel, maybe even help me buy the Season 18 Blu-ray release, you can give a one-time donation through PayPal, and you can sign up to give monthly over on my Patreon account. And if you don't have any money, you can still support the channel by shopping on Amazon with the affiliate links down below. I get a small commission if you use those links in the description below at no extra cost to you. Finally being able to just watch it all in one go and really put the continuity together. I loved how the work that the people of Logopolis have been doing is what created the CVEs, the charge vacuum emboyment's that we hear about in the E-Space trilogy, and it had a lot of references back to Romana and Romana's room. For a rare moment in classic Doctor Who history, they actually paid attention to continuity. I just loved having the episode edited together into one long movie format. They showed us the version with the added optional CGI effects, and I am a huge fan. I think they can go as crazy as they want to, as long as it integrates well with the old episode. So I loved seeing things like the TARDIS when it was shrinking. That looked really great when it was shrinking and growing. And at the end you see some of the green screen and skies have been replaced with forest, and it looked really nice. It looked like the Doctor was really high up off the ground. In one of the scenes they added in Anthony Ainley in the background as the Doctor is like hanging onto the railway as it's slowly turning the TARDIS scanner. That was all CGI. Nyssa and Adric, when they go out of space-time, that was really great, because in the old one they just inverted the screen. It kept the inversion, sort of zoomed out of the TARDIS, and had this really cool twisting effect that wrapped up into nothingness and then unwound when they zoom back in, and I really love that effect. And I love that moment when they're looking at the screen and they see the universe, and then you get to see this black hole of entropy just like sucking everything in, and then you see that moment when Nyssa's looking at her planet and you see it go dark, and she's like, "Adric, I can't see Traken anymore." And it's this really powerful moment. Correct me if I'm wrong, but at the end of the episode there wasn't some Deus Ex Machina Control-Z button on all of this. Like, a third of the universe just collapsed into entropy. No other story seems to reference that. I don't know if they bring Traken back or what in the extended universe or what happens, but that moment has such magnitude and power, and I love that they accentuated that with the effects. When the Watcher goes into the Doctor as he regenerates, they kept that old effect, and there's like there's a green glow that comes from the middle, and it looked bad to me. And so I was like, why did you go so far with all the other effects and then leave that in? And I would have loved to have seen a golden regeneration glow added in post to this regeneration. I would have loved to see that on the season 12 Blu-ray when the third Doctor regenerates into the fourth, instead of just the fade, add in some regeneration energy. I think that would have been great, because the first and second Doctor's regeneration, it's black and white, so that could have been a bright yellow glow. I'm a fan of backwriting that in. And also when the Doctor's seeing the companions and the monsters in this vision, there's a blue glow in the center of the screen and the rest is black, and it just doesn't look that good. And sometimes like the companions would stop, like they would say Doctor and then stop, and it would just be like this weird cut. It almost looks like it wasn't edited properly. Like I know they were trying to freeze frame on each of the companions' faces, but sometimes those freeze frames were blurry, and I just wish they had sort of replaced that and made it into something cooler. But some of the scenes of Logopolis, they used to be physical model shots, now they're CGI model shots, and those looked great, and I think it added so much to the story, because when the effects are bad, it does take you out of the story. The story itself, I loved it from start to finish. It was great. There were some really cool moments when the Doctor is trying to flood the TARDIS to flush out the Master. Like, that's such a crazy plan. And then that really clever shot from when you see the water reflecting off of the surface of the TARDIS. It zooms out and you see that they're on a boat. That's so cool. The addition of the Watcher character adds such mystery to this story. Great to see Sarah Sutton, Janet Fielding, and Matthew Waterhouse all becoming a part of this new TARDIS team. And it's a rare moment with the three of them and the fourth Doctor, and I think that did really work well. My dad and sister were there. My sister hadn't seen it in a long time and really enjoyed it, and my dad hadn't seen it before, so I was just so thrilled that he could experience it in this way. I loved seeing the behind the sofas. You had Wendy Padbury, played Zoe, a companion of the second Doctor, so it was great to see her there, you know, trading insults back and forth with Janet Fielding. Just priceless. Oh my gosh, Sarah Sutton's just like getting uncomfortable. It's like, can we start watching this now? And then on the other couch you had Tom Baker, June Hudson, and John Leeson. June Hudson did the costuming for this episode. They added in the new shots of Jodrell Bank. That's what it was called, Jodrell Bank. And it was great. Those scenes really added, again, to the realism of the story, and I absolutely loved it. It was great because that was the original intention of the crew. There was a really cool feature at the end of the story that I'm certain will be on the Blu-ray, and it shows Janet Fielding and Sarah Sutton going to the Jodrell Bank facility and like talking with one of the professors there, and it was a really cool feature. But then the projector just started showing silent projections of like the Shazam trailer, like right over the top of the screen of the Doctor Who extra. That wasn't great. We just left after that point. But the main feature of Logopolis just blew me away. If you want to collect the new Series 18 Blu-ray and any other classic Blu-ray releases, definitely click on the square icon there. That'll take you to the DoctorWhoGuide.com website. You can subscribe by clicking the round icon, and you can also check out some other videos by clicking or tapping the icons on the screen right there. Bye!